The sugar industry paid scientists to say that heart disease is caused by cholesterol and animal fat. Let's rewind to the 1960s. Heart disease was exploding. People were dropping from heart attacks left and right, and scientists were scrambling to figure out why. Two main suspects showed up to the crime scene: sugar and saturated fat with cholesterol. Now, instead of asking which one is actually causing the problem, the question quietly became, which one is easier to blame? Fast forward to 2016, when researchers uncovered internal documents from the Sugar Research Foundation. And surprise, turns out some scientists were being paid to publish studies that said, relax, sugar's fine. Meanwhile, fat, public enemy number one. Because if you fund the question, you kind of control the answer. Crazy how that works. So, instead of studying sugar directly, research zoomed in on cholesterol, saturated fat, and fat-related blood markers. But sugar-related red flags, like high triglycerides, insulin resistance, and metabolic dysfunction, were mostly ignored. Which is like investigating a house fire and saying, let's study the couch, not the guy holding the gasoline. Not because the science was settled, but because the science being funded was selective. Now let's be clear, this doesn't mean fat is magically harmless, and it doesn't mean sugar is the only problem. Common sense check. If one food spikes your blood sugar, drives insulin resistance, messes with your metabolism, and keeps you hungry an hour later, maybe it deserves a closer look. The real lesson here is simple. Science isn't fake, but it can be steered. And what we choose to study determines what we choose to blame. So next time someone says, just trust the guidelines, remember, trust is good. Transparency is better. Subscribe and click notification for everything you need to know in 2 minutes.